Hey Hooper, it's Deanne Love here. Welcome to part 2 of our twin coordination. If you haven't seen part 1, I'm going to leave the links down below. These are little coordination stations that you can do to build strength, coordination, and balance with your twins so that you have that learning and that understanding when you go into flow with them. If you do want to learn how to flow with your twins, then I highly recommend that you check out learn.hooplovers.tv. Links down below for my 21-day twin flow experience and twin flow classes that I do online, so you can come and hang out with me anytime. Hooping with twins, it's an experience, and it's definitely one that has amplified my balance and strength in my body and in my mind. So these little coordinations are just going to help you as a drill. You can do them for like 30 seconds, 1 minute, whatever works, either daily, a couple of times a week, anytime you like. Come back to these tutorials. Okay, this week we're going to be doing 3 completely different coordinations, but they all have something in common, and that is left and right balance. What we're doing with the right, we're doing with the left, so that we can rewire and retrain our incredible minds and bodies. Okay, the first one I'm going to call the chop, and I feel like I learned this from Emma Kenner. I'm pretty sure that I did, the twin queen. So what's going to happen is we're doing on one side, we're chopping the hoop and we're pivoting, and then on the other side, we're chopping the hoop. So it's like we're chopping wood or slicing. Whenever I do this move, I always think of this kind of machinery. So what we're doing is we're holding onto our hoops with thumbs up, and I'm pivoting over to one side. I'm now on my right side, and I'm going to take my right hand high and my left hand low, and I'm going to swap that over. Okay, so I'm just going to chop. Right hand high, left hand low, swap over, and then I'm going to turn. And I take my hoops together. You can, if you turn, you can take your left hoop first and then your right hoop. And then the bottom hoop is going to become the top, and then I turn. The bottom hoop is becoming the top, and I turn. What's at the bottom becomes the top, and turn. Chop and turn. Chop and turn. Chop and turn. Chop and turn. And I'm sure that you will also agree this is a pretty cool move. I have included this in some of my flow sessions on learn.hooplovers.tv, so come hang out there. Chop and turn, also very good for right and left arm strengthening. Really great for small and large muscles. So we're really building that mobility and that strength with our twins, which can be one of the hardest parts in the beginning, because maybe you're right hand dominant, so you're feeling really strong on one side, but your left just doesn't have that strength yet. So these kind of drills are going to be really powerful for you. So doing that for 30 seconds to a minute, whatever feels right for you. Okay, our second coordination, and I highly recommend that you put on some tunes and you can go through any of these coordination drills. You could do them all in this series. Like, that might be your training for the day, if that feels right, like if you have the strength to do that, or you could build up to doing them for 30 seconds or a minute or whatever feels right for you. All right, so the first one was the chop. Now let's do the spin. This is where we're going to spin the hoops on our left and right plane, and then we're going to split the direction. Okay, so this one might seem fairly easy. Like, yeah, how hard can it be? But this is definitely going to test your coordination with your left and your right. So what's going to happen, I'm going to face this way, is you're going to have your palms up, and we're going to spin both hoops forward, fingers out, thumbs up, elbows in. Now the key to this is to keep the structure of the arms and the balance in the body, because when you tell one hoop to do one thing, often some kind of like extreme movement can happen, and that's just going to put everything off. So you want to really calm yourself down and find that structure, hold that structure, and all that really needs to happen for this coordination station is squeeze and change direction. So here's what's going to happen. Forwards, fingers out, thumbs up. Squeeze the right, send it back. Left stays the same. Squeeze the right, send it forward. Here we go. Squeeze the left only, send it back. Squeeze the left only, send it forward. Same direction. Okay, let's try it. See how you go. Forwards, squeeze right, backwards. Squeeze right, forwards. Squeeze left, backwards. Squeeze left, forwards. Squeeze right, Squeeze right. Squeeze left. Squeeze left. Right. Right. Left. Left. Right. Right. Left. Left. One more time if you can. Right. Right. Left. Left. Amazing. How's that feeling? It can be pretty strong depending on the weight of your hoops, and if you are feeling a little bit bruised or a little bit tender on the back of the hands, give them a rub, and never ever hoop on bruises. You're just making them worse. We don't need to do that to our bodies. I even noticed with myself, I haven't been practicing that drill for a while, and I noticed myself flinching a little bit. So another thing that can help you with these coordination stations is a chant. And by a chant, I mean like a verbal cue over and over again. So maybe you might want to count like right, 2, 3, 4, squeeze back, 2, 3, 4, squeeze right, 2. Or you can just do very simple like I did, right hand, left hand. So what you're doing is you're creating these pathways in your brain and your body to build this coordination so that when you do go into flow, then you have that there. It's already built in and you're not adding another layer of challenge to yourself. Okay, so we did the chop, we did the spin, and now we're going to do the circles. This one I really love, so I hope that you love it too. It doesn't matter what size hoops you're using. In this one I'm using, these are about 70 centimeters, and we're going to be doing double circles. Double circles one way, double circles the other way. The reason why I love this is because it's spatial awareness, so it gives you this understanding of the relationship between space, your body, and the hoop. And then also it's just this really beautiful balance because you're letting go. You must let go. So what's going to happen is when you're moving over to the left, you're going to circle both hoops over to the left. And be mindful that in the beginning, when this is very new to you, you might hit yourself because your arms are bent. You might hit your hoops into each other because you're not giving enough space. You might feel like the hoops drop off your hands. But what is really happening as you move around to the left, you're going to take your arms to the left, holding onto your hoops and let go, circle, hold on, bounce. Let go, circle, hold on, bounce. Let go, circle, hold on, bounce. I am pivoting on my feet. I'm pivoting my whole hips, my whole body. And eventually you will find the space where your hoops are not going to be super flat, especially if you've got really big hoops. You're just not going to have that space. But you are going to find the pace and the space where you can do a circle with both hoops and catch. Circle, catch. I also like that this builds strength along the tops of the shoulders and the arms, and it builds mobility in the hands, the fingers, the wrists. And then if you can bring the breath in, you're going to be flowing into this coordination meditation. Beautiful. Amazing. I'm just blissing out for a moment here while we do this together, and I love it. And just to show you that if you do it with much bigger hoops, these are 90 centimeter and they're a bit heavier, it's definitely not impossible. It's the same action. You're just going to widen the angle of your arms and then also soften the horizontal position of your hoops. So by that, I mean you're going to be creating this kind of like wobbly 3D effect. All right, so there you have it. We have the chop, the spin, breaks, and then the circle, that meditation, just a beautiful flow. I hope that you find these 3 twin coordinations very empowering for your hoop flow. All the links for everything else are down below, and I look forward to twin drilling with you again next week. Big hoop love from me to you. Mwah.